It ain't over till it's over. Hey guys, thanks for tuning back in. My name is Robert Mack, and today I'm talking to the sellers out there. Whether your home is on the market, whether you just started thinking about maybe selling, whether you're toying with the idea, one thing that it's important for every seller to understand is until escrow closes, it's not over, right? And that's why it ain't over until it's over. Lots of things have to happen in escrow before a successful transaction closes. And today what I want to talk about is the due diligence that your agent needs to do to make sure that you choose the absolute best buyer, especially in today's market. Right now, it's not uncommon to get 3, 4, 5, 10, 30 offers on a property, depending on how the home looks, depending on how you priced it, depending on the marketing your agent did, so many different factors. But what we're seeing right now is not every escrow is closing. We're seeing a 20 to 30% fallout rate for one reason or another. So many different reasons. One could be buyer remorse. One could be the buyer can't qualify for the financing. One could be the appraisal comes in lower and the buyer can't cover the difference. I mean, there's so many different reasons why escrows don't close and as agents, like I can't predict a 100% certain outcome for my clients. In fact, no agent can do that. So what can your agent do to ensure the least amount of friction from the minute you accept the offer to closing? So there are 4 key factors that we like to focus on when we do our due diligence when we're looking at offers, right? So I have a listing, I'm representing the seller, I've got 10 offers. I need to figure out which of these offers is going to be the absolute best offer option for my client. So I'm going to jump right into it. Number 1, we're looking at buyer motivation. Escrows get tough. Escrows get emotional. They're rocky. It's a roller coaster experience. And a lot of times, if the buyer isn't truly committed to buying the property that you have for sale, if something goes wrong in escrow, they may just jump ship. They may just pull the plug and eject. Right? So having high buyer motivation is very, very important. In fact, it's probably one of the most important factors of the offer selection process. We want to know that when the going gets tough, the buyer is still in it to win it. Second is the buyer financing. There's a couple things that we're looking for here. Number 1, is the buyer fully pre-approved if they're getting a loan? If they're not getting a loan, are the funds available in a U.S. bank? Or if they're not available in a U.S. bank, how quickly can they get to a U.S. bank so that we don't experience any delays? Now, when we're talking about financing, we want to talk to the lender. As a listing agent, I want to talk to the lender and determine whether or not the lender fully pre-approved this borrower or not. There are a lot of lenders out there that are not fully pre-approving borrowers. So don't be fooled by a lender pre-qualification. You need to make sure it's a pre-approval. And then when I talk to the lender, I want to know, what did you do to pre-approve this borrower? If I have any doubt in my mind, I'm going to have that borrower talk to my lender before we accept their offer and make sure my lender gives me the green light, because I don't know every lender out there, and some are great and some are not so great. A second part of the financing that we want to talk about is the appraisal gap. Does the buyer have liquid funds available if the appraisal comes in lower? Now, I've made videos on appraisals and what it means to a seller when the appraisal comes in lower. The good news is in this market, we are making sure that the appraisal is not a part of the agreement, which means whether the home appraises for the value they offered or less, the buyer will not renegotiate the price, and they have the funds to cover the gap if there is an issue with the appraisal coming in lower. So those are the first 2. The third one is, who is the agent representing the buyer? There are 21,000 agents in Orange County. Only 400 sold 10 or more homes last year, which means 98.5% of all agents in the county sell less than 10 homes. And you want to, as a seller, and I want to, as an agent representing my seller, want to work with a professional. We talked about buyer motivation. We talked about how escrows get rocky. We talked about how there are a lot of emotions involved. Many times a great experienced agent is going to help keep their client grounded. It's going to help keep their client focused on what's most important, and will easily remove any little things that the buyer may think are huge out of the picture. So I want to work with a great agent. How do we do that? We look them up. How many homes have they sold? Sometimes if we're looking at 2 offers and both agents are strong, I may actually call agents that have worked with those agents through the MLS and ask them, what was your experience like? And believe it or not, sometimes agents say, wow, you may not want to work with that agent because they threatened to cancel every time they didn't get their way. That's one thing that we take very seriously. And then the fourth and the final part of our due diligence is talking with the lender, right? We want to learn more about the buyer's financing. We want to learn more about the lender. How easy are they to get in touch with? Do they work nights? Do they work weekends? Believe it or not, guys, a lot of lenders work 9 to 5. And if I've got something going on in the evening or over the weekend and we have to get it done, I need to know that I can get a hold of that lender. So if I'm not working with a great lender that has a lot of experience and has fully pre-approved their borrower and I can't get in touch with them nights and weekends, they may not be the right lender for me. So quick recap, buyer motivation has to be strong. Buyer financing has to be airtight. The agent we work with has to be incredible. We want to work together to help both of our clients get what they want. And ultimately, if there's a loan involved, we need to make sure the lender is on point too. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I really appreciate the support. If you have any friends or family that may find value in this video, please share it with them. If you found this video on social media, leave a comment, show me some social media love, share it, do whatever you got to do to spread the word. If you are interested in selling a property and you want to talk to me about how my team and I can get your home sold for the absolute best price in a scorching hot seller's market, I'd love the opportunity to offer you my opinion. And if you have any video ideas you ever want me to talk about in the future, send those my way as well. Till next time, happy selling.